Happy Duck Sheds. What you see right here is a garden shed, and this whole video is not going to be on one specific building. It's going to be on all the different varieties that you guys can get from Graceland. And if you are in the Texas Panhandle, you can get it, or Oklahoma Panhandle, you can get it from Happy Duck Sheds. I mean, I'll even deliver to eastern New Mexico if you want, but I may have to have a little bit of a delivery charge on that. Most of the time I like to give people free delivery. So I want to show you something about this, because this has the new doors on it, new door design. And the really cool thing about it is those are very tall doors, okay? Transom window doors, okay? And see how they're made? That is solid construction there, folks. It's not going to go anywhere. But here's the thing, I'm 6'1", so I'm going to jump into this bad boy. It goes all the way to the top of the wall. So it's an 8-foot tall building, 8-foot tall wall, door on it. I like having an 8-foot tall door because I am 6'1". My best friend is 6'4". Right now, on some of the older buildings that we had, and I own 2 of them, my best friend would have to dip his head just a little bit to be able to come through the double doors that I've got on my side lofted barn and on my lofted barn. However, with these transom doors, and the transom window in them is just awesome. This is on a garden shed because the door is on the side. Pretty colors. But that's one of the new things that Graceland's doing, is they're coming out with taller doors. I like it. That is a positive kudos to the guys, the engineers, the architects at the plants, because this is a positive change, folks. All right, I wanted you to see that. And then, oh look, right here, we've got another garden shed. It's a little bit smaller, a lot more yellow. But look at this. Still got a good 8-foot tall door. And it's a garden shed. The reason I'm telling you that these are garden sheds is because the door is on the side of the building, and it's the cabin style conventional roof, you know, just a single peak. It's not, doesn't look like a barn. And so it's a garden shed. And here we go again. I'm going to show you this. 8-foot tall doors. So you can get the 8-foot tall doors, and I mean, that's all you're going to get on them now. The double doors, they're going to all be 8-foot tall now. So these 8-foot tall doors are going to be the new standard, and the customer is going to benefit. Because it is a garden shed, it comes automatically with an 8-foot tall wall. Now, I'm going to show you something here. This is a side lofted barn, and actually this was the most popular model, and it's showing the most popular model right here. This is probably a 10 by 16, it might be a 12 by 16 side lofted barn. It's got extra windows that have been put on it because there's a window on the side on the end there. But you'll notice that it's not, it doesn't have an 8-foot tall wall. That's because the barns all come with shorter walls. So what that means is if you are a taller person and you're getting a side lofted barn, it's going to have a shorter wall to it still. So what you do is you go ahead and buy the extended wall. Doesn't cost much, 120 bucks, 150 bucks. I think on the biggest, which is a 14 by 40. And with that extra cost, you're going to have the tall doors on the side. So this is our regular size walls in the barn style buildings, side lofted or just a lofted barn. Lofted barn has the doors all on the end, like this one. This is a lofted barn. And you'll see it's still got the shorter door because this doesn't have an extended wall to it. Okay? There's a radiant barrier. You deserve a G, folks. All right, but I want you to see the variety that you can get, because we're all about variety and we're all about meeting the customer's needs. Because here's the thing, this is a dormer right here, but here's the thing, Graceland was not able to become the #1 portable building company because they did what they wanted and just gave you the Henry Ford, you can have any color you want as long as it's black and it's a Model T. No, Graceland has worked at becoming a company that is recognized for being awesome, and they are. Now here's a residential door on this one, and this is called the dormer. All right, you see up at the top, up in the dormer area, there's 3 transom windows up there, and that lets in a lot of light. Those are awesome. These come with a residential door. You're gonna like having a residential door just because it does feel like coming into a building. And the beautiful thing about these are they have a little bit of storage on the ends. They don't have the usual conventional. I want you to take a look at the construction on that. I'm not going to get into it deep. We'll get into it on another video. But I want you to see that there's overhead storage in the dormers on each side. And it is still 2x6, still got the big plates on it. Graceland standard. It's something that you're going to want to have. But I like the way that they build these dormers. It's all rock solid. And then we got red. And this is just another garden. It's a garden shed. And the reason why is because that's a side door. If it was on the end, it would be called they would call it a utility shed. All right, but this is a garden shed because the door is on the side, and it's only a single door. But you can still tell it's one of the tall ones. It's 4 feet wide. You don't have to get double doors. You can get a single door if you want a single door. You can get a residential door on these if you'd rather have a residential door. Here's a little cabin. Just did a video on a cabin. I don't know if I'm going to get too heavy into it. Other than it's just there. I mean, everything. There are some things about a Graceland that is standard in everything, and that is all the floor and wood is all treated, and you have a limited lifetime warranty on it, and you deserve a G. I love that. This is a nice little building here. Nice little cabin. All right, here we have a lofted barn with the transom windows in it, but it's still got, and I want you to see this, I'm 6'1", it still has the shorter walls on the side, and the reason they have shorter walls on them, unless you order them, folks, is because they try to keep all the buildings a certain height for transportation. Portable. And Graceland portable buildings means just that. It's going to be portable. Now this one's got 2 overhead storages on it that are 4 foot on each end. Okay? And then 2x6s still holding up on 24-inch centers, just like everything else Graceland builds. Everything is going to meet code. 24-inch centers on your roof on every building we've been into so far today. Everything is met code. 16-inch centers, doubled up studs on the seams. And that is all Duratemp siding. So you can say it's just 5/8-inch plywood that's got a 50-year warranty on it. All right. There's the back of that side lofted barn we were in. And I just want you to see. I mean, it's like walking around a bunch of Easter eggs right here. So, transom windows in that. Here's another one. Now this is a utility. And the reason it's a utility is because it's on the end. All right? I love this. So it's on the end. That's red. Just show you real quick the inside. How the rafters are made. It's all 2x6. 16-inch centers, doubled up on the seams. You can tell where the seams are. The floor is consistent in all of them. It's 5/8 inch ton and groove plywood on 16-inch centers on 2x4 joists. The reason this video is I'm making it is just to show the consistency in the construction. And I love this. I'm gonna order one of these. I know, but you're the happy duck. Yes, I am the happy duck. And the thing about the happy duck is, the happy duck needs a big red barn, but it's going to be the garage, and I may walk you through a garage just so you can see it. This one has been ordered with double storage on each side, so it's got 8 foot here and 8 foot there overhead storage. Still consistent. That's 5/8 inch ton and groove plywood, Douglas fir, and it's got a limited lifetime warranty on the plywood, on the floor joists underneath it, and the 4x6 runners that are underneath it that are notched and grooved. Doubled seams. Consistency in construction. With a Graceland portable, they take it serious. They mean portable. That means you can move this building more than once and it's not going to fall down on you. T-handle on all the double doors, and look, it has transom windows. I like this one. All right, still taking the tour of all the different types. This is another utility. It's one of the smaller ones that we have. We can get that for you. You order it. And here's the thing. People have been telling me, oh, you're too expensive. This building right here, with its 50-year warranty on the siding, limited lifetime warranty on the floor, and 25-year warranty on the steel roof, and the Graceland soffit and crown vented system is available to you for less than $4,200. Or if you want to do the rent-to-own program, the rent-to-own program on this one would come out to be, right now, the end of January 2024, it's going to come out to be a whole $352 as a down payment and $175 a month. And you do that for 5 years and you own it. And I know people who are paying more than that for storage units that are smaller than this. Doesn't it make sense to go ahead and put the money back in your own pocket? Buy something for yourself instead of paying somebody else to supply you the same type of service. All right. Here's a side lofted barn. This one has 3x3 windows in it. I'll just show you more of the variety that we've got. And I hope you guys are noticing all the different paint that we have. All the paint is PPG, Pittsburgh paints. Got a 25-year warranty on it because, face it, the guys at our plants know how to paint, and Pittsburgh paint puts a guarantee on it. Now you can see through the middle there. Right through. This one also has a 3x3 window on the back end of it. I want to go ahead and interrupt myself here real quick and tell you folks, I very much appreciate you watching these videos. We thank you very much for the support. If you've got some feedback for me, I would love to hear it. info@happyducksheds@claude.com. It's on the screen. info@happyducksheds@claude.com. All right, this one here, side lofted barn. A little bit smaller. It's a 10-footer wide, and it's probably 12 foot long. 10 by 12, standard side lofted barn. That's a cabin back there. This is called the Urban Shed. Transom windows on the top, transom windows in the doors. This is a 7 by 12. That's the only size it comes in. It's got the new big doors on it. Oh, love them. There you go. Still ton and groove flooring, 16-inch centers. Just because it's little doesn't mean that Graceland lowers its quality on anything. You're like, well, what about the venting on this one? Okay, the venting works a little bit different on this one because it's only got one side. It doesn't have roof crown molding. What it's got is it's got a vented soffit on the front and a vented soffit on the back. All right? And because the vents are at different levels, there is natural circulation. See, the soffits on the side don't have vents. but the soffit on the back does. So the cold air comes in the backside on this one, goes down the wall, and rises back up. That's a pretty blue, isn't it? Rises back up on the wall and goes out through the vent in the front. This building will still breathe, and it's going to have the cold air coming in from the back, going out through the front, and it's going to make it where it's not going to be a hot box. You're not going to have to worry about your product or your valuables, or I don't know, the candles that you saved melting in the boxes because the inside of your shed got to be 150 degrees. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but you know what? I have lived in some places where I've seen it 120 degrees in the shade. This is just another little garden shed because the door's on the side. That's a utility barn. That's a corner porch, lofted barn cabin down there. There's another dormer down there. Okay, I just want you to see all the models that we've got. We're going to go in the garage, but I want to show you this little jewel too. This is called the barn. And it is the smallest big barn you ever saw. Compared to the cabin that's right next to it on one side and the garden shed that's on the other side, you'd be like, well, that thing's tiny. Actually, it's not that tiny. I'm gonna walk up to it here. Open the door. I'm gonna step right in, and you'll notice that's the same height that I pretty much had in the other one. It's just this one, the wall is a lot shorter. It still has the barn style roof to it. Still has the 2x6 rafters in it with the big plates. You want a close up of those? You never get a close up of those. This way you get a big close up of that. Isn't that awesome? And here's the beautiful part of it. It's doubled. Okay, this little thing right here, if you're in a HOA or something like that, and it's going to have requirements on size and all that of the little buildings that you can have out back, this one is going to be one of those that you would want to have it meet the challenges, just because it is not super tall. I mean, look. Okay, so that is 8 feet tall right there, a little bit over 8 feet. That's the screen in the crown row. All right. That's how high this is. It's not real tall. So it's like 8 foot when you're standing inside it. So it's 8.5 feet from the outside. I'm going to step back out here. So it's 8.5 feet probably on the outside on the dimensions. But that is a mighty little barn. By the way, if you've wondered how the soffits work, I noticed in here, I want to show you this too. So this is how the soffits work. See that? That's the soffits. So the top plate on the walls is actually a 2x6, not a 2x4. And the 2x6 is notched in the soffits to let the cold air come in the sides and goes down to the 5/8 inch thick floor with this 4 joists on 16-inch centers. I know I'm being redundant. Sorry. And then it goes right out through the crown. And this building is not going to be super hot on you. This is the garage. This is a lofted barn garage. Okay? And it's got the extended walls on it because it's a garage, so they put the extended walls on it automatically. I think that is a 9-foot roller door on it. And then it comes with a residential door and a window on the side. You don't have to have the window if you don't want to. But I want you to see this lofted barn garage real quick, just because I've had some people ask. There is storage over the top of the 9-foot. Okay, so there's storage up there still. So you got a garage with storage there, and then shorter storage here. They raised, now I want you to see that. Do you see that? They raised the lofted storage up on the front end because of the door and the clearance issues with the vehicles coming in. And then it's just standard size on the back end. These are 8-foot tall walls, and there's windows up at the top. So those are almost 2x3 windows. They have a little bit of a different measurement to them. This one had a window on the front too, and it's got a window on the side. But this is our garage, and that's a roller door. I want you to see that. And the only reason I'm doing this whole video is just to show you all the different variety of buildings that you can get from Graceland. This is a wraparound porch lofted barn cabin. We've done a video on this one already. And I want to make it clear, I'm not showing you guys expensive or outrageously priced buildings. These are all very budget minded. This one is like less than $600 a month. On the 5-year rent-to-own program, I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. I've lived through it. All right. This one, rent-to-own. Oh, wow. Okay. This is a 14 by 24. And rent to own on it on a 5-year program, 60 months payments. You're going to pay $1,110 will cover the down payment for it easy. And then you're going to pay $552 a month for a garage. Now, like I said, and it's a 14, which is the widest we can get with the barn roof. If you want a 16, get just the regular garage. Everything from here down looks the same in it. The only thing is it's got the rafters like the cabins have. Okay? I'm just giving you a full walk of the whole lot. But folks, this one right here, $552 a month for 5 years. It's yours. You've got a floor with a limited lifetime warranty on it. And I want to show you this real quick because you got to see it. Okay? I'm showing you with my foot. My toe. There's a nail at my toe, and there's a nail at my heel. Okay? And the reason I'm showing you this is because every floor joist in our garage models are set on 12-inch centers. 5/8-inch ton and groove plywood, and every bit of it has a limited lifetime warranty. These are all the buildings, or example of all the buildings that you can order from Happy Duck Sheds or from Graceland. Find your nearest Graceland dealer, or you can go on www.happyducksheds@claude.com. Fill out one of the little contact forms on each page. I've got them on every one, so you don't have to go looking for it. Send me an email. I will be happy to read anything that you write. Criticisms, suggestions, feedback, anything that'll make this channel a better channel. I get you better information, answer your questions without you folks having to ask them. Just let me know what it is that you want to see. Thank you very much for watching, taking time out of your day. I hope it's been a fantastic day, and God bless you all.